Check 2. Check, check. Good afternoon, Red Raider fans, and welcome back for another Saturday afternoon of NAIA football playoffs as Northwestern will play host this afternoon in their fourth consecutive NAIA quarterfinals contest. Hosting the number 7 ranked Knights of Marian University, coming into Orange City today with a 9-2 record, 6-1 in the Mid-States Football Conference. The battle between these two NAIA powerhouses will take place at 12 p.m. It marks back the second time that these two schools have met on the football field. The first meeting came back in 2012, also in the NAIA Football Championship Series, and the Knights prevailed with a 42-32 win. Of course, Northwestern is no stranger to the FCS. This marks the program's 23rd appearance. The Raiders have the most FCS appearances of any of the 16 teams that have made the field this season, one ahead of Dickinson State. They are one of 3 teams in the field who have 2 national championships in program history, along with Morningside and Marian. The Red Raiders earned an at-large bid to enter into NAIA Football Championship Series this season after boasting a 10-1 record and being ranked inside the top 5 all season long. A prolific pass offense ranked top 5 in the NAIA is guided by Raiders back-to-back in the NAIA FCS, led by Blake Fryer, in the first 8 games of the season, compiled a perfect 8-0 mark. Senior Tyson Koima has come in and led the team into in the last 3 games of the regular season, coming back as from an injury starting against Dordt on October 30. Fryer was an honorable mention all-GPAC quarterback. He completed 64.85% of his passes, 155 for 239, threw for 2172 yards and 25 touchdowns, only throwing 5 picks in those 239 attempts. Koima is a second-team all-conference performer, threw 17 touchdown passes in just 3 starts, threw for 1,219 yards with a 67.37% completion percentage. He was 64 for 95 in the regular season. Last week, the Raiders down number 16 ranked Central Methodist here at Corver Field, thanks to player of the game honors, which were presented to Connor McQuillan on offense and Jaden Snyder on defense. McQuillan rushed for 89 yards on 19 carries, while Snyder picked up 2 huge interceptions to propel Northwestern over the Eagles. Koima tossed 1 touchdown pass to Blake Anderson in the third quarter to effectively seal the game in Northwestern's favor. The Raiders' offense will still enter this weekend's clash with a top 5 scoring offense at number 3, averaging 48.6 points per game, and the 6th best passing offense with 312 passing yards per game. Koima's return has aided the Raider offense in being hard to stop. Cade Mosier from Rock Valley, Iowa, has been one of Koima's and Fryer's top targets all season long. Last week he brought in 3 passes for 35 yards. However, he still ranks 9th in the NAIA, averaging 100.9 yards per game, sitting with 1,211 receiving yards on the year. His school record, 19 touchdown grabs, sits second in the NAIA this season, 3 behind national leader Caleb Tanis from Mid-American Nazarene. The Raider defense has made a name for itself as well all season long, continuing its stout play last weekend against Central Methodist. Northwestern allowed only 300 total yards of offense for the Eagles. Snyder's 2 interceptions gave Northwestern the national lead with 22 interceptions on the year, as the defense now also again leads the nation with 7 defensive touchdowns. Holding Central Methodist to 7 points under their season average for 15.6 entering the contest drops the Raiders' average to just over 2 touchdowns per contest. Defensively, Parker Fryer eclipsed 80 tackles in the season at 82 after last week. His presence continues to be felt all over the field. He had 4 pass breakups, 3 quarterback hurries, 2 fumble recovers, and 1 interception and a forced fumble, while Noah Van Hoff sits second on the team with 61 tackles. Tanner Olson notched 2.5 sacks while recording a third-best 55 tackles for the season. Raiders' sack leader this season is Jessen Ranking with 6.5. Now the Knights from Marian University. The Knights football program is relatively new, beginning play just in 2007 and having already won 2 national titles in their short history. Holding an all-time program record of 122-41, entering this season, the Knights have made a name for themselves in the 14 years they have sponsored a football program. Marian has taken home the national championship trophy in 2012 under head coach Ted Karras Jr. and in 2015 under current head coach Mark Henninger. In FCS history, the Knights are 18-7 with 4 appearances in the national championship game in 2012, 14, 15, and 2019, where they ended up as the runner-ups. Marian joins Northwestern by earning an at-large bid into the FCS with 9-2 record from the Mid-States Football Association. Led by 9th-year head coach Mark Henninger, Marian held a 6-1 record in league play this season, only falling to fellow FCS qualifier Indiana Wesleyan the score 41-7 on October 9. The Knights ended the season with a 5-game winning streak, including a 25-7 homecoming victory over then-ranked number 5 Concordia of Michigan on October 23. The Knights downed Southwestern College out of Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference in the first round last Saturday. Southwestern had the Knights on the rope heading into the locker room at halftime, holding a 17-6 lead. Marian would not be deterred with 2 passing touchdowns of 20-plus yards from quarterback Zach Bundelow in the second half would give the Knights a 21-17 comeback victory. Marian is a complete team. After finishing as runner-ups 2 years ago, great playoff experience, and a very stout defense with 3 major categories ranked inside the top 10 nationally entering the contest. The Knights only allowed 13.5 points per contest this season, which is 5th in the nation, allowing just 262.8 total yards of offense a game, putting them 8th in the NAIA and the 7th best pass defense at 155 yards per game. By the numbers, Northwestern averages 48.6 points per game, putting them 3rd in the nation. Total yards of 464.4 yards per game, 9th in the nation, and 312 passing yards, putting them 6th in the nation. Only 152.4 yards per game on the ground, which puts them at 38th in the nation. Against Marian's offense, which has only scored 37.1 points per game, putting them 21st, 420 yards per game at 20th, and putting up 234.5 yards per game in the air. That puts them at 28th in the nation. They have, on the ground, ran the ball for 185.6 yards per game, ranking them 16th nationally. Defensively, Northwestern has allowed just 14.9 points per game, putting them 8th in the country, and allowing 257 total yards of offense, which is 5th nationally. They've allowed 170.6 yards in the air and only allowed 86.8 yards per game on the ground. Defensively, the Eagles from Marian have allowed 13.5 points per game and 262.8 yards of total offense, 155 of those coming in the air. That's 7th nationally, and allowing 107.8 yards on the ground, putting them 25th nationally. According to head coach Matt McCarty, they're going to need to play a very disciplined game and execute at a high level. Expect a 4-quarter battle this afternoon. We'll be back in just a little bit, under 11 minutes before kickoff. We'll announce the starters here shortly. We'll be right back. You're watching Northwestern Football on NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to Orange City, Iowa, the campus of Northwestern College at DeVilloy Stadium overlooking Corver Field as we await this second-round playoff game between Northwestern College Red Raiders and the Eagles from Marian University. Raider fans, you can help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raiders Athletic Club. It's the team behind the team that helps to support our 530 student athletes. You can go to nwciowa.edu/join-RAA. You can join today or stop by the athletics office to pick up a ticket table. Red Raider Athletics would also like to thank the following businesses and families who helped make it possible for the Raiders to host the national playoff game today. Platinum sponsors include Pizza Ranch Corporate and the Van Englenhoven Agency. Gold sponsors are American State Bank, City of Orange City, Den Hartog Industries, Four-Way Contracting, Iowa State Bank, Orange City Area Sports Medicine, and Raiders Athletics Association. Silver sponsors include DeYoung Chiropractic, Janssen Financial Services of Paul and Austin Janssen, Northwestern Bank, Orange City Sanitation, Premier Communications, Skelling Construction, and Dan and Cheryl Tracy. Your starters for this afternoon, first with the Marian University on offense at offensive tackle is number 69, Austin Jones, a 6'4", 285-pound freshman. At left guard is number 51, Adam Warren, a 6'2", 275-pound freshman. At center is number 77, Darren Dillon, a 6'3", 290-pound sophomore. At right guard, number 59, is Isaac Meyer, a 6'4", 265-pound freshman. And at right tackle, number 75, Zach Sibila, a 6'3", 290-pound freshman. At tight end is number 88, Anton Berry, a 6'4", 265-pound senior. Wide receivers include number 4, Johnny William, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. Number 13, C.J. Young, a 6'1", 200-pound freshman. And number 84, Ben Stevens, a 5'11", 190-pound junior. In the backfield is starting at quarterback will be number 9, Zach Bundelow, a 6'4", 240-pound freshman. And at running back will be number 42, Baron Hubler, a 5'10", 185-pound freshman. Starting defensively for the Eagles, at defensive end is number 45, Shamar Smith, a 6'2", 235-pound freshman. At defensive tackle is number 56, Tyler Majors, a 5'11", 295-pound sophomore. And number 37, Christopher Oakley, a 6'3", 275-pound senior. The other defensive end is number 33, Tyler Bucher, a 6'3", 240-pound freshman. At nose guard is number 1, Trevor Adler, a 6'1", 190-pound junior. Inside linebackers include number 5, Sergian Dance, a 5'11", 220-pound junior. And number 36, Jake Paris, a 6', 195-pound freshman. At cornerbacks is number 2, Diamoni Small, a 6 foot 2 inch, 190-pound sophomore. And number 15, T.Y. Thomas, a 6 foot, 170-pound freshman. Safeties include number 3, Ricky Kwok, a 6 foot 2 inch, 200-pound junior. And number 22, Nate Frey, a 5'11", 185-pound freshman. Specialists for the Eagles include kicker number 95, Gage Puderbaugh, and punter is number 24, Taylor Soper, a 5'11", 235-pound junior. Long snapper is number 46, Peyton Knight. Punt returners include number 14, Jalen Jennings, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore, and number 84, Ben Stevens. Kick returners include also Jennings and number 27, Trent Gibson. We'll take a quick break here as we play the national anthem. You're watching NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here. Just under 3 minutes before kickoff, and here are your starters for the Northwestern Red Raiders. Starting on offense at left tackles, number 74, Greg Will, a 6'4", 285-pound sophomore. At left guard is number 79, Darlin Marquez, a 6', 269-pound sophomore. At center is number 69, Jack Johnson, a 6'1", 283-pound sophomore. At right guard, number 78, Blake Sevier, a 6'2", 328-pound junior. And at right tackle, number 58, Travis Grover, a 6'6", 318-pound sophomore. Wide receivers include number 83, Cannon Flores, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. Number 4, Michael Story, a 6'4", 180-pound sophomore. And number 1, Cade Mosier, a 6'5", 185-pound junior. In the backfield, at quarterback is number 5, Tyson Koima, a 6', 198-pound senior. And at running back is number 3, Connor McQuillan, a 6', 202-pound redshirt freshman. Kicking for the Red Raiders will be number 9, Eli Stater, a 6'1", 235-pound redshirt freshman. Returning kicks will be number 0, Tanner Scouten, a 6'3", 185-pound freshman, and number 20, Cole Telford, a 5'11", 188-pound redshirt freshman. Starting defensively for the Red Raiders at defensive end is number 11, Brett Mosier, a 6'3", 238-pound senior. The other side will be flanked by number 30, Jessen Ranking, a 6'3", 232-pound sophomore. Defensive linemen include number 0, Tyler Jones, a 6'4", 299-pound junior, and number 93, Peyton Newsma, a 6'3", 288-pound sophomore. Linebackers include number 51, Tanner Olson, a 6'1", 216-pound junior. Number 38, Ben Kingery, a 5'11", 229-pound redshirt freshman. Number 43, Parker Fryer, a 6'3", 217-pound redshirt freshman. Cornerbacks include number 21, Liam Stubby, a 5'11", 192-pound senior. And number 12, Jalen Gramstad, a 6', 193-pound redshirt freshman. Strong safeties, number 6, Jaden Snyder, a 6'2", 205-pound junior. And number 5, Noah Van Hoff, a 6'2", 200-pound junior, is the free safety. Punting for the Red Raiders will also be number 6, Jaden Snyder. And returning punts will be number 89, Ty Schaefer. Welcome up here to the press box, head baseball coach Brian Weedy, who's been running around since the early hours of the morning getting ready for this FCS second round football game, with it being Thanksgiving break and all. A belated happy Thanksgiving to all of our Red Raider fans out there. Welcome to the booth, Brian.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. Excited to be here and looking forward to what's going to be probably one of the best football games that we've seen here on the field. As you get down to the quarterfinals, you're left with really good teams no matter how you play. So
yep.
Two great teams going at it today.
In the NCAA, we call this the Elite Eight, right?
Yep,
and
right.
We got to the 8 best teams we feel here in the country, and I expect for a great football game. So here we go. Here comes the kickoff from the Eagles heading to the south, and it'll be fielded by Telford at the 3-yard line. He'll take it straight ahead, found a gap up the seam. He's at the hash and being drugged down just at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, great return, just right up the gut. Really didn't have to make any moves to make anyone miss or anything. Just a great job by the kick return team of giving him a lane right up the gut.
So Cole Telford with a 37-yard return up to the 40-yard line to get things started for the Red Raiders. Koima in the shotgun with McQuillan at his left shoulder. Trips to the left side. Here's the give to McQuillan. He finds a gap up the seam again, up the right hash, ahead for about 5 yards, up to the 44-yard line. On the stop for the Eagles was number 37, Christopher Oakley. I said Eagles. Sorry about that. Been referring to Marian as the Eagles this whole pregame here. They are the Knights. Flushed out of the pocket. Koima throws it behind McQuillan. as they apply a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, really nowhere for Koima to go there, and McQuillan got impatient when he started to see Koima scramble, started working his way down the field, and Koima just threw it behind him.
Marian defense allowing just 13.5 points per game, 262 yards of offense by their opponents this season, allowing just over 100 yards on the ground, 155 in the air. 20 receivers left for Koima in the pocket. He's going to go to the pass to goes to Anderson coming out of the tight end. And overleads there, and Northwestern will be forced to punt on their first offensive series.
Yeah, a couple of pretty uncharacteristically bad throws there from Koima. Wonder how much the wind's going to play a factor in today's game. It's blowing pretty good. Looks to be blowing towards the southeast a little bit. So Northwestern going into the wind right now.
So Jaden Snyder to punt. And this one is going to go high and left and will go out of bounds at the Marian 39-yard line.
Yep, that's good eyes, Dean. What yard line are you sitting on?
I'm sitting right at the 35, right over top of that, so I had a good spot on that one.
You could see there the wind just held that punt up from Snyder and really forced it almost backwards once it got to the highest point. And fortunately for Northwestern, it came down and took at least a couple yard bounce.
Snap out of the shotgun and a give for a running play here, but it'll be no gain for the Knights. On the carry was Barron Hubler. And Parker Fryer to make the stop. 2nd and 10 now for the Knights. Bundelow in the shotgun. Twins receivers to the left side. Again, they go for a running play, and this time he'll get some positive yards, 9 yards up to the 48-yard line. There is a flag coming from the backside.
Not sure what that's going to be. It's an interesting spot for an official to throw a flag.
Well, Knight offensive players here are commenting, or at least are clapping as if the penalty is against Northwestern. Yeah. So face mask penalty is the flag on Jaden Snyder. And so a 15-yard penalty will bring the ball all the way down to the Red Raider 37-yard line. Bundelow sends out 2 receivers to his right side. Hubler at his left. Looking back to pass. Flushed out, and he will take it himself and slide up to the 34-yard line. Slid up to the 31, but left his feet at the 34, so just a 4-yard gain.
Yeah,
or 3-yard gain.
Yep. The interesting thing that people don't really know there is it's not when his knee actually touches the ground. It's where he starts his slide, and the officials put him close to the 35 there.
So 2nd and 7 here. Here's the give again to Hubler. He finds room around the left edge, enough for a first down up to the 23-yard line, and that will make a first down for the Knights.
Nice job of making a corner there for him to get around the offensive line and get up the field.
Well, trips to the right side for Bundelow. Another running play here, and this time not going to get as far, about 3 yards up to the 20. And again on the carry is Hubler. Hubler just a freshman, 5'10", 185-pound running back on the season. He's put up a net of 712 yards, averaging 5.2 per carry. Here he goes again, this time just a couple yards gain, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, just a short gain of maybe 1. Brings up 3rd and 6 now.
Yeah, this is going to be a big play, obviously. Mid-30 range field goal, 37-yard field goal is not going to be easy today.
Twins to the right side here, and you can see the wind. Here's the give, getting around the outside edge, and makes the block and a big run to the 5-yard line. Made the seal around the outside, and Hebler takes it down to the 5 for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Man, they are riding his back right now, and he's doing it. He's really done a nice job of showing some speed and some vision to get to the holes. Really, not a lot of moves required on that one. Just speed to get the corner.
And this one will be whistled dead. I think we're going to have a false start called. Yeah, prior to the snap, a false start.
Yep, Anton Berry, the tight end.
So it'll make it 1st and goal at the 11. I misspoke earlier that they were at the 5. They were at the 6-yard line. So it's 1st and goal at the 11. Here's the give to Hebler again, and this time Jessen Rankin gets off his block and makes the tackle. A little bit of help there from
Gramstad was in there. Rankin was in there.
I was looking for Gramstad. And that'll make it 2nd and goal now at the 12, a 1-yard loss on that play. Twin receivers left. And again,
just give it to him again.
Gave it to him again, but nothing doing. And Northwestern makes another stop behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we did see them drop back to throw it once, and eventually Bundalo just went for a scramble. So probably anticipating a throw here.
Twin receivers left and right. Third and goal from the 12-yard line. Hebler changes sides to the left side of Hebler, drops back to pass. Across the middle, and it's almost picked off. Jaden Snyder gets underneath it, intended that time for Trevor Adler.
That needs to be caught. God dang it.
Snyder got underneath that one, knocked it down, and
the throw was at his shins.
Yep.
And he tried to get underneath it and just couldn't get under it. Looks like it's going to end up being, a 29-yard field goal?
Yeah, 29 yards. Ball spotted will be placed at the 19. 9:24 left to go here in the first quarter. Peterbaugh's kick is up and good, and so the Knights will put their first points on the board this afternoon. The score 3-0 with 9:20 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
We're Raiders, and Raiders stand out. We lead and serve. We're smart and strong, courageous and faithful. We achieve not for ourselves, but because excellence honors God and serves others. We're equipped for our careers, for God's call on our lives, for success, for significance. Because we're Raiders, and Raiders stand out.
Welcome back here to DeValois Stadium. Northwestern trailing 3-0 after about 5.5 minutes of play. 9:20 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Northwestern stalled on their first offensive series and was able to push Marian back from the 6-yard line to force a field goal attempt that was good from 29 yards.
Dean, have you looked at this Marian roster closely, how many freshmen they have listed?
Yeah, very young roster.
Obviously, last year didn't count, so all of the freshmen from last year could go down as freshmen, and all of the sophomores from last year could go down as sophomores again this year. But guys are almost
exclusively freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, right.
To just kind of glaze over the roster here, I've picked up maybe 3 juniors. There's another one. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy how young this Marian team is.
Yeah, both their quarterback and running back are freshmen.
So there's testament to the wind affecting things this afternoon as they had to hold the ball there on the kickoff, and that will be a touchback for Marian. So Northwestern will start 1st and 10 at their 25. Did you know the Northwestern teams have won 9 national championships and the Raiders competed at nationals in 10 sports last year? Raiders stand out.
Yeah, football got runner-up last year, had a chance at the national championship, and trying to look at getting back there again for the second time. Be pretty awesome. Got some work to do. This is going to be a tough battle today.
Koima back in the shotgun again. Play action give, and he's got Mosier across the middle. He completes it at the 40. He's taken down at the 45. And I think that might be the first pass completion of the day for either team.
Yep, Koima's 1 for 3 and nearly overthrew him there. But nice job there. Quick hitter, 20-yard gain just like that.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders now at the 45-yard line. Mosier split out wide to the left side, trips to the right. McQuillan in the backfield with Koima. Play action, quick pass out to Story in open space, and he will go to the sideline, drug down at the 48-yard lines in Marian territory, and that will be a 7-yard gain on the quick out route to Michael Story. Yeah,
a little kind of almost like a jailbreak screen, and Koima went with a little sidearm flick over there, low 3/4 arm slot, of a baseball term, to get it over there. But
anymore, when you see a really good rush defense like this, that's as good as a running play, trying to get a runner out in open space without having to get outside the tackles. Here's a big run by McQuillan. He is tripped up after 13 yards at the 35-yard line. He found something over right guard, right tackle slot, and made good for about 13 yards. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the Marian 35.
Yeah, that was basically a 13-yard sprint for him. Really didn't have to do anything but just run downhill, and great job by the offensive lineman, even getting to that second level.
Where we've talked about McQuillan maturing as a running back this season is just the patience that he's had to show, or that he has shown, in waiting for big holes to open up for himself. But that time he didn't have to wait for anything. Here's the pass out to Mosier, and he avoids 2 tackles and gets 4 more yards as he just swipes the defender out of the way and makes his way down to the 28-yard line. A 7-yard gain to Mosier makes it 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was the same play we saw. It looks like when we're doing trips on one side, they're playing 2 defensive backs on us and a safety 10 yards off the line, and Northwestern's just saying, you know what, we're just going to throw it to one of those guys, let the 2 wide receivers block, and it's been working pretty well right now.
Trips to the right side here. Koima now on a design keeper, and he will head to the sideline and go out of bounds at the 25. That should be good for a first down.
Yeah, and even on that play, Flores was running back just like we were doing the same play that we had just done with the jailbreak over there, and I think that's going to be something that they use to try to open up down the field a little bit.
So first down makes it 1st and 10 at the 25 for the Red Raiders. Mosier left, trips to the right side. McQuillan in the backfield. Here's the give to McQuillan. He finds room, cuts back inside the 20 to the 17, 18-yard line. They'll say he went down at the 19. So 6-yard gain for McQuillan. And there was an opportunity, had he not gotten just the laces there, tripped him up at the 19.
nice cutback there. Almost like a counter play by Northwestern, and did a great job of picking up a 6 yards on first down.
Story in motion now to the right side. And Koima looking for room, and he's going to flush out of the pocket, still on his feet. He'll take it himself to the sideline. There is a flag coming out.
Not sure what the flag's for. Who they're going to call. It's almost going to have to be a holding or something.
Well, I think Jack Johnson got ahead of the block. I'm not sure if they're going to say a block in the back or what, but it wasn't as if he even made like an unnecessarily rough kind of block. He just got in the way.
Right.
Holding, offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
And that's the danger of scrambling around. That play obviously got broken up. I think they tried to play it off like a fake handoff, and Koima kind of sat there and then pulled it down to pass or looked down the field to pass. But
so the holding was on Marquez, who was playing at left guard. So you're exactly right though. In a play like that where they're scrambling and things didn't go as planned. You almost put into a position where holding becomes inevitable. Twins receivers left and right here for Koima. 2nd and 14 now after the penalty. Here's the pass, is batted down. Thought he was going to come down with it there. Number 40, Christian Hastings, gets his hand in the way. Pass intended there for the tight end, number 35 for Northwestern, Blake Anderson.
Well, I can tell you with pretty good certainty we're not going to attempt a 40-yard field goal going this way. So probably 2-down territory here for Northwestern. Be interesting to see if they try to pick up some of it here or if they try to pick up all of it here.
3rd and 14. Koima alone in the backfield, trips to the right side. He's going to go across the middle, and his intended receiver was just looking upfield. Cade Mosier's looking for it deep. Koima threw it to him on the seam.
Yeah.
And nothing gained.
Yeah, you don't see those two guys on different pages very often, but I think both of those guys have, they saw what they saw, and they're both probably right. Koima had the first down if Mosier sees that he's throwing it, and Mosier's wide open if Koima sees that he's running down the field, just on different pages. But yeah, that's unfortunate because that was a first down had they connected.
So Koima again alone in the backfield, trips to the right side, Twins to the left. In the pocket, he's going deep to Mosier, and he overthrows. Probably overplayed the wind there. And so Northwestern will give it up on downs here. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for Marian. 5:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Northwestern trailing 3-0 as Marian scored on their first offensive drive, getting down to the 6-yard line. Northwestern forced the field goal.
It's a Hubler show.
And so far, you're exactly right. Hubler here has done the majority of the carries and has the majority of the yards here for the Knights. Twin receivers to the left side, double tight end formation. Here's the give to Hubler again. Room around the right side, and he is going to get away from Olsen. Goes out of bounds after the end of the chains for an 11-yard gain to the 40.
Pretty unassuming looking guy. He doesn't look like a typical big-time running back, but, man, he's been playing like it today. Just a good job there of getting the corner and picking up 11.
1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Bundalo going to go deep over the top. He's got a man open, and it's just out through the fingertips of his intended receiver. I want to say that's number 84, Ben Stevens. Lorenzo Jones on the coverage, got left behind by a couple yards, but just out of the reach, and a good-looking ball there from Bundalo.
Yeah, that was a sure touchdown if they they could connect. And, like we've been talking about, the wind is blowing pretty good. So
here's the give to Hebler again. Northwestern makes the tackle for just a 1-yard gain. Tanner Olson in on the stop for the Red Raiders, and it looks like they're going to be an injury timeout.
Yeah, that didn't look real good. That didn't look real good at all. Brett Mosier holding his elbow or shoulder, something with his arm, is he did not want to move it. I never played football, so I wouldn't know what a stinger feels like. I don't know if that's what's going on. But his left arm, he did not want to move at all. He's kind of pointing to his elbow, it looks like.
Whole forearm, really. Hey, we'll take a quick break here. We'll be right back with some more Northwestern football. Just a quick one. We'll be right back.
Raiders stand out. Raider teams hold 9 national championships, and our students get top scores in accounting and the health sciences. Want both smart and strong? Choose Northwestern College. It's a win-win.
Well, Mosier made it off to the sideline, shaking his arm, so he might be just fine. Imagine he'll be back on the field here before too long. Twin receivers to the left side here for Bundalo. And the center, I think, had a little early movement. Forgot to snap the ball or something there, but we got an offside or a false start penalty.
Our crowd all went nuts, and I think every official threw their flag.
They have to ice their shoulders tonight as well. 3rd and 14 now after the 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 14. Bundalo back in the shotgun. Twin receivers left. Bundalo flushed out of the pocket and gets the ball off. And here we go. Gramstad with the interception, and he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
Nice.
Gramstad out on the cornerback spot, slipped underneath the curl route. Johnny William on the cross and curl, and flushed out of the pocket. Bundalo couldn't quite probably get it just over the top of where he was trying to go to. Gramstad dropped underneath, got the interception, and returned it for just a couple yards to the 41-yard line. 4:14 left to go here in the first quarter. Northwestern with the ball back after the interception. Trips to the right side. Now Anderson will move over to the left. Quick throw out to Mosier, and they'll say is incomplete. Such a quick pass there by Koima, and it hit the ground in front of Mosier, so it'll be incomplete.
I don't know. He kind of went with that low arm slot again, like he was trying to throw it so fast instead of just getting him the ball. And you can even see as he's in the huddle over there, he's kind of showing a sidearm throw and just skipped to him. Kind of uncharacteristic of Koima here. So Northwestern's got 4:10 left going against the wind.
Yeah, that's all right if you're playing second base. You'll skip it there, and
he's got a glove.
First baseman got a big glove with, but can't hit the ground here. Trips to the right side here for Koima. And he'll take it himself. Cuts back at the 30. He's at the 25, breaking ankles, and brought down at the 19-yard line. Great move there by Tyson Koima, and I think the design quarterback keeper.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And a great patience there to really let things open up, and for the wide receivers to bring the linebackers and secondary deep, give himself a little bit more room to run. First down for the Red Raiders at the 19.
Yeah, just like you were saying, those guys were split out, out here by the boundary, and there was nobody in the middle of the field.
Story out wide right, Mosier left. Here's the give to McQuillan, and he will try to cut back right and just get 1 or 2 yards gained.
Yeah, Koima having a discussion with Gabe Davis down there, one of the offensive coaches, saying what he sees, and obviously Gabe's connected with offensive coordinator Josh. So we'll see if that has any effect here.
Twins left and right. Logan Meyer in the backfield at the running back spot with the lead block, and Koima looking for room. He will dive ahead. Not enough for the first down. He'll be brought down at the 11-yard line. Third and 2 at the 11 now. Logan Meyer with a great block, and Koima just led it inside. Read the block to go inside, and that's where he's tackled. Third and 2 at the 11. 2:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Northwestern takes it to the right side to Koima. He will get the first down, dive ahead inside the 5, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, I think Coach Davis and the offensive staff saw something with the way that Marian defends that they really like using Koima as a running back here. Third time this drive that we've seen Koima with a drawn up quarterback run. That's a weapon we haven't seen from him a whole lot since he's been back.
Right, and considering the injury that he sustained at the end of the season last year, been a little wary of seeing him run with the ball, but here we're seeing a lot of confidence in that run. Here's the give to Meyer as he cuts up right side, and he will walk it into the end zone. From 5 yards out, Logan Meyer with the Northwestern touchdown, and that's 6 points on the board for the Red Raiders. Eli Stater in to kick the extra point for the Red Raiders. Extra point is high and no good. Looked as if it just pushed it out a little bit to the right side, and so extra point no good. The score now 6-3 after Northwestern finishes off a 75-yard drive. We'll take a quick break and be right back with some more Northwestern football. You're watching NWCRaiders.com.
We're Raiders, and Raiders stand out. We lead and serve. We're smart and strong, courageous and faithful. We achieve not for ourselves, but because excellence honors God and serves others. We're equipped for our careers, for God's call on our lives, for success, for significance. Because we're Raiders, and Raiders stand out.
Welcome back here to DeValois Stadium. Northwestern finishing off a 75-yard drive. No, excuse me. I forgot that was off of a turnover on the interception. I think that was a 42-yard drive.
Yep, Grahamstead interception.
And with a minute 42 left here, we wait for Eli Stater's kickoff. Did you know that 7 Northwestern coaches or athletes have been inducted into the NAIA Hall of Fame? Raiders stand out.
Who was it, Dean?
Those coaches?
Oh, everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, you tell me. Who do you think those coaches were that were the NAIA Hall of Fame?
Okay, well, Larry Corver, Earl Woudstra, Paul Bartlett.
That's right. Athletes.
Deb Remerdy.
Uh-huh.
Rachel Benaboos.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Woudstra?
No.
Brandon Woudstra?
Yep.
I don't know who the other one is.
Lee McKinstry.
Oh, yeah. He's a pretty good football player.
Kickoff coverage there brings the ball to the 32-yard line. Low kick there by Stater. 33-yard line.
But, that's all right with the wind blowing the way that it is.
Well, so far turnovers have been pretty important here, but I think the wind is playing a big role as well, as we've seen some uncharacteristic passes by Koima, and it's been a little bit tougher for Bundelow to make a connection as well. Here's the give to Number 42 again, Baron Hebler with a 2-yard run up to the 35. Brett Mosier back in there. He makes the tackle. It brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35.
They are just punching his time clock.
Roll out to the left side for Bundelow. He's going to go deep to the left side, and he's got a receiver open at the 45-yard line. They're saying it is complete at the 44.
That was a nice ball. That was a real nice ball.
Johnny Williams with the catch. And it'll bring a first down for the Knights. Tight end and 2 receivers out to the right side. Bundelow give to Hebner again. And he is tripped up after just a couple yards gain. Almost got his feet tangled up with his right tackle as he got around the edge. And so just a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Kind of an awkward fall there. Yeah, somehow he got tripped and came down. Looks like he came down on the ball maybe. Getting up a little bit gingerly.
Under 30 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Twin receivers to the left side. Again, the give to Hebner, and Stubby in there for the tackle. Will give him just 4 yards up to the 38-yard line.
Oh, some of them are walking off the line still up on the ball, but that's going to be the end of the first.
So after 1 quarter of play, Northwestern leading 6-3. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with some more Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to DeVilloy Stadium. Northwestern leading 6-3 after 1 quarter of play in this second round FCS game. Shout out to the sponsors this afternoon that made it possible for Northwestern to host the second round game. Platinum sponsors include Pizza Ranch Corporate, Van England Hoven Agency. Gold sponsors are American State Bank, City of Orange City, Den Hartog Industries, 4-Way Contracting, Iowa State Bank, Orange City Area Sports Medicine, and Raiders Athletic Association. Bundelow in the shotgun, looks to pass to the left side, but this one will be whistled dead here. I think we've got a
play clock. It's from the umpire, so that's normally his call. Delay a game? That'd be bad coming out of the quarter. Okay. Usually it's a line judge that's all over that.
So 5-yard penalty brings it back to the 43-yard line. 3rd and 9 now. Hebner in the backfield with Bundelow in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the left side. Looking to pass. Throws a dart short of the chains. And it'll be short of the first down. Benton Stevens, the receiver, brings up 4th and 1, and the Knights are going to stay on the field.
Yep. All right. Big play here.
Here's the give to Hebner, and it'll be
it's close.
Really close. They're going to give him the line of gain.
I don't know. Well, it's either a turnover or not, and they haven't given the first down signal. They got to bring them out, right?
Yeah, so they're gonna
Here we go.
they're gonna measure this, but
It looks like he's across, but it's going to be close.
and I can't argue with the spot. I think that's right where I would have wanted to put the ball had I been the official.
Yep. These chain gang guys do a great job for the Raiders. They've been doing it for many years.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good half a ball more past the end of the chain. So that'll be a first down. And so the Knights keep their drive alive here, 1st and 10, just at the 34-yard line. Double tight formation now, twin receivers to the right side. Here's a give to Hebner again, and he's just going to try to bowl over whoever he gets in the way, and he'll get a good 3 yards up to the 31-yard line.
This is really the first time that we've had Marian right in front of us, and you could really see his forward lean as he was running there. You know, you're saying he's going to bowl over whoever's in the way. I mean, he was running at a good 75, 60 to 75 degree angle, leaning forward there.
Bundalo again in the shotgun. Twin receivers right. There's another flag.
That's going to be on the center. He went with like a jitter snap. Started and stopped on his snap.
Yep, 5-yard penalty on the false start by the center.
The center's like, what did I do? It's like, You can't start
you can't move the ball twice. You get one chance to move the ball.
Yep. You don't see that a lot of false start on the center, but that's what the umpire is looking at. He is just eyes on the ball and the play clock.
Here's a good snap. Rolls out right side on the underneath, and we've got a flag coming out as he misses the receiver. Johnny William came on the comeback route underneath.
Illegal chop block? One high, one low, 2 guys blocking illegally? Holding, okay.
Holding penalty will bring it back to the 46-yard line.
That's a weird penalty on that type of play because they're kind of almost letting the lineman get by them.
Yeah, it's kind of like a screen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the way that the play is supposed to develop.
Holding, offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay, second down.
McDaniel having a rough go here with the false start and now with a holding penalty against the center. Brings the ball back to the 46-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 22 yards to go.
2nd and 22, Marian.
Not a lot of plays for 22 yards.
Bundalo dropping back to pass. And he's got the tight end open at the 35, and he is going to be brought down inside the 20. So a big pickup there for the Knights as they bring it down the field to the 18-yard line.
But they do have plays to pick up yards, and that one worked. Man. Coming across the formation.
The tight end, number 84, Ben Stevens, well, actually a wide receiver, was split out far wide to the left side, just did a great drag about 10, 15 yards deep. Double tight formation again. Here's the give to Hebner, and he will dive ahead for a 5-yard gain up to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Hebler is just getting the ball over and over and over. If they have a down that they could run the ball, they run it.
And they're getting really good chop blocks, really taking the defensive lineman out of position. At least they did on that play, forcing the linebacker to step up to make that tackle. Huebner evades one block or one tackle, and he will be brought down at the 4. Van Hoff making the tackle. And a first down for Marian, as it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Real impressive run there.
Nice little move behind the line of scrimmage. Gave himself room to get ahead for the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal. 12 minutes left to go here in this first half. Here's the give to Huebner again, and he will dive ahead short of the goal line. It's usually Huebler. No pronunciation guide for me, but I'm doing the best I can here. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. At least got to get some of the phonetics right, I suppose. Here's the give again. This one tackled for a loss.
Man,
no, yeah,
maybe.
they're going to say he's down.
Wasn't a loss, but could have been. But Huebler just is, he's done a great job in between the tackles for a guy that doesn't look like he'd be good in between the tackles. He looks like one of those speedy running backs that's a 3rd down guy, and they've been riding him, and he's doing it.
He's 180 playing like 225. Here's the give again, and he's going to dive over the top.
He didn't get there, I don't think. Oh, he did. He got spun around. I didn't know if the ball ever got across.
Dove over the top and spun into the end zone, and so a touchdown here for the Knights will make the score 9-6. Peterbaugh to kick for the Knights. Hit a 29-yard field goal in the first quarter. And here's the extra point, and it looks to be good. So 11 minutes left to go here in the first half. The Knights regain the lead 10-6 now. We'll take a quick break and be right back with some more Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
We're Raiders, and Raiders stand out. We lead and serve. We're smart and strong, courageous and faithful. We achieve not for ourselves, but because excellence honors God and serves others. We're equipped for our careers, for God's call on our lives, for success, for significance. Because we're Raiders, and Raiders stand out.
Welcome back here to Devalloy Stadium. Northwestern trailing 10-6 with 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Marian with 9 first downs so far on the day, averaging 3.9 yards per carry for 138 yards so far this afternoon. Northwestern with 18 plays for just over 100 yards. Both teams with 1 touchdown so far. We wait for the kickoff. And again, they'll need to have the ball held. Clay Campbell will hold the ball here for Peterbaugh. Back to return is Cole Telford. And Scouten. Here's the high pooch kick over to the right side, and it'll be fair caught by Northwestern at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you know that the wind is really having an impact, is both teams kicking off that way just did unconventional kicks. You know, a little pooch, and Northwestern did almost like a line drive onside kick right up the middle.
So Jake Davies and Mo Watson, I think, with the catch, they kind of shared that reception there, but both of them
shared catch.
A shared catch. I'm not sure you have a shared tackle for sure, but shared catch. I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No return on the play. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Twin receivers right and left for Koima. Play action keeper across the middle. He's got Mosier at the 45, and he will spin out of one tackle and dive ahead to the 32-yard line before number 22, Nate Frey, was able to jump on top. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders on a big play from Koima to Mosier.
Koima went with that sidearm throw again.
I was going to say, it looked as if he was throwing that just a little bit differently, but like a real quick release.
Just get it to him. It works when you get it to him.
Single receivers left and right. Play action here. Koima in the pocket. He's going to go deep to the end zone. He's got Story, and he is going to lead him off by about 10 yards. Story, no way he was catching up with that one.
No, you could see the ball moving to the left towards the middle of the field and down the field. And Story just kind of said, I'm going to turn on the jets, and still couldn't get to it.
It just sailed. The wind got underneath that one, and it took off.
Randy Moss never saw a ball like that. He ran under every single one.
2nd and 10 at the 33 now. Anderson in motion will join Mosier on the left side. Flores scouting split out right. Here's a give to McQuillan, and he looks to cut back, but the Knights are there at the 35, and it'll be a 2-yard loss. Bring up 3rd and 12 for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, not great right there. McQuillan maybe had a little window, but it closed really fast, and there was just nowhere to go.
10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Northwestern trailing 10-6. Twin formation to the left and right side here for Koima. Again in the pocket across the middle. He's got Story. That'll be good for a first down. He's brought down at the 20-yard line in a nice 17-yard gain. Koima to Story. Keeping the drive alive here for the Red Raiders. 1st and 10 at the Knight 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great job by Story. He had press coverage on him, so he had to get off the line. And when he got off the line, he just got behind him and by him, and the DB really had no chance, and Koima delivered a good ball to him for the first down.
Here's the give to McQuillan. He looks for something right side, but the safety comes up, or linebacker, excuse me. No, it's a defensive back. Nate Frey came up from the left side to make the tackle, and no gain on the play for McQuillan.
Yeah, great job by the linebackers just taking on blocks, and then the DB comes in, stuffs the hole, and makes the tackle. McQuillan tried to make him miss, but
great open field tackle there by Frey. Twin receivers left and right. Story Anderson right, Mosier Flores to the left side. And across the middle again.
Oh, there's got to be a flag there.
Leads off Anderson, but a flag comes as I think he was held by Frey.
Yeah, that's a classic defender putting his hand on the hip and really controlling the receiver. He just spun Anderson.
Wait here for the official to announce the penalty here. They're going to move it up to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, from the 20. 20 to the 7 is weird. Spot. So spot if it's a spot foul if it's less than 15 yards, apparently. Must be.
Yeah, it must be. But it makes the first down a 1st and goal at the 7. 8:30 left to go here in the first half. Raiders staying alive here on a great 3rd down play to Michael Story, and now a penalty on a pass play gives them the first down. And Koima will send out a trips to the right side. He'll take it himself, and he will make his way into the end zone on his own accord to the right side, but there is a flag on the play.
Where's the flag? Right in the middle? Is it throwing it in the backfield? Did one of our guys get downfield? Or not in the backfield? Beyond the line of scrimmage.
Oh, waiting for this call here, but McQuillan is throwing his hands up in the air like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, and we're backing him up.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, illegal blindside block. That 15-yard penalty is forced from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down, first and goal.
Well, that is shooting yourself in the foot there with an unnecessary block, with a blindside block for unnecessary roughness. And so a 15-yard penalty brings the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line.
Yeah.
Head coach Matt McCarty having some words with the officials here as he obviously disagrees with the call. So we'll replay the first down. It'll be first and goal from the 17.
I did not see it, so
No.
I have no opinion.
Trips to the left side. McQuillan still in the backfield. Here's a quick pass, pump fake, and he's going to go into the end zone with Mosier. And we'll do it this way instead. Mosier with his 20th touchdown on the season.
20 seems like a lot. They're
Puts
gonna
Northwestern up 12-10.
Yep, go for the extra point. Just make it a 3-point game. That was a beautiful pump fake because that's the screen play that we've been talking about, the wide receiver screen over there, and they pump faked to it. The safety took one step forward, and Mosier just snuck right behind him. Great ball by Koima. Put it right on him.
8:18 left to go in the first half here. Here's the extra point attempt. Stater's kick is up and good. And so that will make the score now 13-10 in favor of your Northwestern Red Raiders. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
Raiders stand out. Our teams hold 9 national championships, and Raider athletes competed at nationals in 8 sports last year. Northwestern College, athletic powerhouse. We own that.
And this. Our academic performance is powerful too. Our student scores are among the best in the nation for accounting, actuarial science, nursing, and pre-med. You want both smart and strong? You belong at Northwestern College.
It's a win-win.
Welcome back here to DeValois Stadium on the campus of Northwestern College. Northwestern Red Raiders leading 13-10 after, I'm trying to think how that drive even started.
The shared catch.
Shared catch off the kickoff, right? Hubler rushed for 1 yard to make the touchdown. The kickoff to the 42-yard line. And so a 6-play, 57-yard drive puts Northwestern up 13-10. Both teams have scored each in one time each quarter so far. Northwestern now leading on the total offense with 158 after that drive. Here's the kick. It'll be high bounce to the 4-yard line and touched it into the end zone.
I think he could take a knee still. He didn't possess it. I think that's okay. Yep. I saw that earlier this year, and I went nuts.
On the field was the receiver never had possession of the football. He muffed the ball in the end zone. By rule, he down the ball, touchback, first down, Marian.
Great explanation. That was a great explanation.
Yeah, the official there just said exactly what you were just going to say.
Yeah. You guys probably didn't hear him, but what he said is he muffed it into the end zone, never had possession, picked it up in the end zone, and took a knee. So by rule, he gets it at the 25 as a touchback. And that, I don't know if it happened in an Iowa game, but yeah, I saw it earlier.
Well, what is interesting is that he said he muffed it into the end zone, which is not. I didn't realize that was the real terminology. So here's the give. Again, running back play, and he gets loose around the right side. Finally brought down.
I mean, Hubler is killing us. I don't know how many yards he has, but it feels like 600.
Well, that might be an exaggeration, but rushing yards for Marian right now, he's got 98 yards if he has all of their rushing yards, which I think he does.
The quarterback had 2, I think, or 3.
So he's closing on 100 yards. Here's a ball that's going to be overthrown again, this time intended to Ben Stevens. What a nice-looking ball there from Bundalo.
Yep, nice tight spiral. Snyder kind of peeked in the backfield and came forward a step, and had they been able to connect, if Bundalo and the wide receiver Stevens were on the same page, that was probably going to be a touchdown.
Hebler with 95 yards and a touchdown so far, his longest for 17 so far this afternoon.
Another false start.
There is a penalty marker on the field.
This is how you take him out of the equation, though. Make it a second and 15. Now, sure, they can run with him, but if he picks up 5, you're at 3rd and 10, and that's not a place you want to be. So more likely to pass here. But that's what Northwestern needs, because they haven't been able to stop Hebler much at all.
Well, at least anytime he gets outside the tackles. If it's been inside the tackles, they've been able to wrap him up and keep him to short play. But if they're able to seal off the outside, he's been able to get to the sideline or...
Now, again, they just did it. Another false start. It's probably the crowd. We have such a great crowd. The noise is... If you're watching at home, you should be here. This has been quite the performance by the Northwestern crowd to get all these offside or false starts.
It is a pretty good crowd out here today.
It is. It's Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanksgiving weekend, and the student body section has got quite a few students in it. But from 35 to 35, it's pretty full. Bundalo now with the screen pass, gets it off to Hebner, and he will dive ahead after the catch just inside the 40. Nice one-handed grab there.
I should look up,
by Hebler.
See if he played last fall and spring. I don't know if Marian, if they played their whole season in the spring. I'm not sure what that'll look like, but if he's a true freshman, man, he's having quite the game today in the playoffs.
So 3rd and 15 now. Last big pass play on this kind of situation was a crossing route underneath to Ben Stevens. He took it for a first down for 25 yards. Bundalo dropping back to pass. Flushed out, and he will be sacked. Brett Mosier.
That's number 11,
Brett Mosier with the sack. So it'll be 4th and 20-something.
Yeah. A little bit different than the quarterback we saw last week. That guy could run around. Or you saw.
I saw, yeah. He was slippery. He was so slippery last week that we had hands on him from every direction. We could not drag him down. He just able to just get the ball out at the last second for even a completion sometimes. But great pressure there by the Northwestern defense.
Oh, it's blocked.
Punt is blocked.
Nice.
And Northwestern will recover at the the Knights recover at the 14-yard line. On the block, just with the arm extended. I think that was...
It's got to be Brendan Holder.
Brendan Holder with the punt block.
That's awesome.
With 6:08 left to go here, Northwestern gets the ball back here at the 14-yard line.
Go, Gadget arm now. Bam.
Well, we saw this yesterday with the Iowa-Nebraska game of how quickly a game can turn around on special teams like that.
How'd that game end up?
It ended up all right, the way it should be. Coleman now back to pass, looks to the end zone, and he's got over leads. Anderson again in the back of the end zone.
That was a fastball from Koima.
I think you're right, though. It does seem like he is releasing the ball a little bit lower than he usually does, and maybe that's a compensation that he's making regarding the wind.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we've seen that on those quick pass plays to the outside, which makes a little bit bit of sense to me is that he's able to just kind of flick it a little bit more without having to set up. But for a pass out of the pocket like that, it didn't seem that would make much sense to me for him to try to make something different happen. Here's the give to McQuillan. He'll take it down to the 9-yard line for a 6-yard gain. Maybe just 5 there, so it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Red Raiders. Flores Mosier split out to the left side, now joined by Michael Story in the slot. Logan Meyer in the backfield. Koima looking to run. He's got a lead blocker, and he just did not follow soon enough. Meyer got too far ahead of him on the lead block. Thought he had to cut back, and when he did, Marian right there to make the tackle. And so a 4th and 4. Northwestern will attempt a field goal. This will be a 25-yard field goal. Ball will be placed at the 15. And this kick looks to be good. So Northwestern will widen the lead here, 16-10. Now with 4:45 left to go in the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
We're Raiders, and Raiders stand out. We lead and serve. We're smart and strong, courageous and faithful. We achieve not for ourselves, but because excellence honors God and serves others. We're equipped for our careers, for God's call on our lives, for success, for significance. Because we're Raiders, and Raiders stand out.
Welcome back here to DeValois Stadium. Northwestern finishes off the drive, a very short drive after a blocked punt at the 14-yard line. And makes a 25-yard field goal to put them up 16-10 here with 4:45 left to go in the first half. Red Raider fans, you can help support Red Raider Athletics by joining the Raiders Athletic Club. It's the team behind the team that supports our 530 student athletes. Go to nwciowa.edu/join-RAA to join today, or stop by the athletics office and pick up a form. Want to thank other Red Raider Athletic supporters this afternoon for making this host game possible. Premium sponsors include Pizza Ranch Corporate and Van Engelen-Hoven Agency. Gold sponsors are American State Bank, City of Orange City, Den Hartog Industries, Four-Way Contracting, Iowa State Bank, Orange City Area Sports Medicine, and Raiders Athletic Association.
Did some investigating, Dean, and I heard from a very reliable source who's pretty internet savvy that Hebler did not play for Marian in the spring. And looking through some stuff, he's actually second in rushing yards this year, behind his teammate Dalen Taylor, who apparently is sick today or he's unavailable to play. And
well, they're shared stats though. Taylor
they're pretty even.
Yeah, he gave 141 carries for Taylor, 138 for Hebler. And here's another one by Hebler for a 3-yard gain. But yeah, he came into today with with 712 yards, averaging 5.2 per carry. He's averaged 71.2 yards per game. So it's not as if he came out of nowhere. He's definitely been had a shared duty there, but no Taylor on the travel roster for the Knights this afternoon. Twin receivers left and right. Bundle Oak with the quick pass, and this one is broken up. Lorenzo Jones to make the tackle, and falls incomplete, intended for number 49, Drew Byerly, the tight end. Couldn't come down with it, so it will be an incomplete pass, 3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. Bundalo again in the shotgun, twin receivers left and right.
We'll check with me play.
Hebler looking back to pass, flushed out. He's going to be sacked. Brett Mosier with his second sack of the afternoon brings the ball back to the 15-yard line. And so the Knights will be forced to punt again here on 4th down.
Yeah, Mosier, he came off the field with that left elbow, really bothering him. Got himself some pre-wrap, it looks like, on the elbow, and he's like Superman. 2 third-down sacks to really get Northwestern defense off the field, put Northwestern in a position to get really great field position. Where's 44? Let's see if he can block another punt here. Coming off the edge.
44 is actually interior, right in the middle.
Yep.
We'll go right at the wedge. Around the outside, and it'll be a low punt to the right side to Ty Schaefer, and he will field it at the 47-yard line.
It's a pretty good spiral, though, into the wind.
So Northwestern with 3:21 left to go on the clock here in the first half and a 16-10 lead. We'll have 53 yards between them and another touchdown.
Well, Northwestern just needs to get some sort of points regardless of if it's a field goal or a touchdown. Obviously a touchdown would be outstanding, but
so 5 receivers in formation for Koima as he's alone in the backfield.
Yeah, we got a false start on Anderson there. He kind of tried to squat into it after he flinched and make it look like he was getting into the play, but
so false start penalty is correct. Back at the 42-yard line now. 1st and 15 to go. 3:18 left to go here in the first half. Northwestern leading 16-10. It looked as if Northwestern was going to try to go for the big play over the top, big pass play on that 1st and 10. Now a different formation, twin receivers left and right. McQuillan in the backfield alongside Koima. Koima now flushed out, takes it himself. He's got a lead blocker. He's at the 50-45 and slides down. Short of the first down, they'll say he slid at the 46, 47-yard line. So about a 12-yard gain. But it will be short of the first down.
The Raider fans do not like the spot, but again, it's where he starts his slide.
Well, I'm not sure if it's that they dislike the spot or the fact that he got hit once he hit the ground.
Yeah, both of those things probably. He really loose with the ball, too, in his left hand there, kind of carrying it like he was palming a basketball.
Now trips to the right side. Zutenhorst, Mosier, and Anderson. Story split out left. Now quick pass out to Mosier with some lead blocks, and he'll take him ahead 35-30 on the tiptoe out of bounds, and he's drugged down at the 15, and there's going to be a flag coming out for an unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was unnecessary roughness. And what we got to see right there is how special Mosier is on his speed. Like, he was between two guys, and just like a hot knife through butter, he was whoosh, gone.
You took my line. Hot knife through butter, man. He just did take off.
I could see that you were going to say it.
I heard that one yesterday, and I said to my son, "I got to pocket that one. I got to
ya?
pocket that
Did
hot
ya?
knife through butter."
He let me in on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said if that ever happens, you got to say it before Dad does.
He took off there. So first down for the Red Raiders. So late hit out of bounds is the unsportsmanlike penalty. And so half the distance after the run, and they'll spot that at the 11-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Red Raiders. And that's, I think we're going to see a lot more of that play as we continue here on that quick bubble pass out to the outside on the trips formation. And to get it in the hands of somebody speedy like Cade Mosier, he's going to make good use of those blocks. Here's the give to McQuillan as he cuts back and just cannot get away. Defensive lineman there, number 83, Armani Glass. That can't be right because that's a 33.
Yeah,
Sorry, 33, Tyler Bucher. Freshman defensive lineman there makes a great tackle there on McQuillan and just saves just a 3-yard run. So it'll be 2nd and 7 now.
1:45 to go. time not an issue.
And Northwestern can get a first down here if they get it inside the 2-yard line. Trips to the left side. Here's the snap to Koima. And he's going to go across the middle. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Zutenhorst tipped it right to Story. Wow.
And just as I said they could get a first down, they just did, as Story is able to come down with it at the 2-yard line.
You and I had the best look at it because we could see right where Koima was throwing it. I thought it was going to be picked off.
I did too.
And then Zutenhorst stuck his hand out to at least deflect it from being intercepted. And then there was Story.
Story in the right place at the right place at the right time. It is not a first down. They're going to spot that just shy at the end of the chains. And so they'll go with a real tight power formation here, wing back left and right, and McQuillan in the shotgun read, and he evades one tackle and will try to cut back, but Marian's all over him.
Oh man, now you got to take the points. I think, right? You got to go up by two scores.
So 4th down, 3 yards to go.
Shoot. Great job by the Marian defense to hold them to a field goal.
Hey, you kind of wonder if you don't go with the quarterback sneak just to get the first down and then give yourself a couple more downs to go. 15 seconds, though, left here on the clock as we await the snap on the field goal attempt for 20 yards, and this one is through the uprights, sure enough. And so Northwestern takes a 9-point lead here with 5 seconds left to go in the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
Raiders stand out. Our teams hold 9 national championships, and Raider athletes competed at nationals in 8 sports last year. Northwestern College, athletic powerhouse. We own that.
And this. Our academic performance is powerful, too. Our student scores are among the best in the nation for accounting, actuarial science, nursing, and pre-med. You want both smart and strong? You belong at Northwestern College.
It's a win-win.
Welcome back here. Just 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Northwestern leading now 19-10. They cap off I want to say a 58-yard drive.
Yep.
Eli Stater's second field goal of the day. And wanted to look here at the total offense. Northwestern with 207 total yards so far to Marian's 144. Here's the deep kick by Stater into the end zone, through the end zone for a touchback. And so Marian will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Yeah, Marian's returners there, you could tell, wanted to run it to return that kick. And if it had landed in the end zone, I think they still probably would have tried to bring it out because what are you out?
Yep.
And now they're just gonna down it. So great job by Stater there to just take away that opportunity.
So Bundalo will go under center and take a knee to get the clock started, and that'll be the end of the first half. Northwestern with the lead 19-10. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the first half stats and another half of FCS second round football. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to DeValois Stadium on the campus of Northwestern College. Northwestern leading 19-10 after one half of play in this second round FCS championship game against Marian. Some other scores here across the nation. I'm not sure how up to date they are right now, but Lindsey Wilson is ahead of Kaiser 19-6 just before half. Morningside leading Kansas Wesleyan 38-7, and Grandview ahead of Concordia of Michigan 17-10. Back and forth game here in the first half. The Knights of Marian first on the board to finish off with a 29-yard field goal to put them up 3-0 with 9:20 left to go in the first quarter. Northwestern came back with a 5-yard touchdown by Logan Meyer to put the score 6-3. The extra point was no good. Then Baron Hebler rushed from 1 yard out to put Marian up 9-6. The extra point was good. And then Tyson Koima completed to Cade Mosier for a 17-yard touchdown to put Northwestern up 12-10. And then 13-10 after the extra point. Now then Eli Stater with 2 more field goals to finish off the first half to put Northwestern up 16-10 and then 19-10. Zach Bundelow for the Knights, 4 for 9 in pass completions for 62 yards and 1 interception. He's rushed the ball 4 times for a minus 18 yards. But it's been all Baron Hebler with 22 attempts for 98 yards, averaging 4.4 so far this afternoon. Hebler also with 1 catch for 5 yards. Johnny William with 1 catch for 21, and Ben Stevens with 2 catches for 36. Together, they've put together 10 first downs, 26 rushes for 80 yards, 35 total offensive plays for 142 yards for the Knights so far this afternoon with 10 points on the board. Meanwhile, Northwestern's Tyson Koima has been completing at a 50% pass rate, 8 for 16 for 125 yards and 1 touchdown. Logan Meyer with 1 carry for 5 yards. Connor McQuillan, 9 carries for 27. Tyson Koima with 6 carries for 50 yards. He's averaging 8.3 on the ground. Mosier with 5 catches this afternoon for 96 yards. He's averaging 19.2. He's got the 1 touchdown. And Michael Story with 3 catches for 29 yards. It's worth noting here that Eli Stater is 2 for 2 for field goals, his longest for 25. He's 1 for 2 in extra points. He's got 7 points of Northwestern's 19. Defensively, it's been Nate Fry for the Knights with 5 total tackles, 1 for a loss of 2 yards. And for Northwestern, it's been a couple of names worth mentioning. Brett Mosier with 2 sacks for a total of 19 yards. Noah Van Hoff with 6 tackles so far, along with Parker Fryer and Brett Mosier, all with 6 tackles apiece. Tanner Olson with 5 tackles to his credit. It's a pretty good start for the Red Raiders. 19-10 at half, 3:20 before kickoff. We'll take another quick break. Be right back with some more Northwestern football. You're watching NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to Northwestern College at DeValois Stadium overlooking Corver Field as Northwestern leads in this FCS second round game, 19-10 at half. Seems as if the other top-ranked teams, Lindsey Wilson, Morningside, and Grandview, are taking care of business at their own host sites, leading Kaiser, Kansas Wesleyan, and Concordia of Michigan, respectively, as they lead into half. Northwestern will kick off to start this second half. Eli Stater with 3 touchbacks in the first half on 4 kickoffs. He did 1 low kick into the wind, which he might do here to start off the second half, as it will be pretty head into the wind, coming straight out of the north, right into his face. Back to return for the Knights is Jalen Jennings and Trent Gibson. But no, he goes with a heavy kick. It'll be high and brought down at the 11-yard line by Jennings. He looks for a seam around the right side and tripped up at the 20 and will be brought down just after the 25-yard line. So as good as a touchback, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 25-yard line. Northwestern winning the turnover battle so far with 1 interception and a turnover on downs. Here's the give to Hebler again. He gets around the left edge for a 4-yard gain up to the 29-yard line. Gramstead in on the tackle there. Hebler with 98 yards in the first half. He just surpassed the 100-yard mark with that 4-yard run. 2nd and 6 now at the 29-yard line. Bundelow now gives it back to Hebler. And he is going to weave his way ahead for about 11 yards to the 40-yard line. Tanner Olson got a handle on him back at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to get off of that would-be tackle and make his way up to the 40. 1st and 10 now for the Knights. Here's a give again to Hebler, now inside the tackle, and he will follow the pulling guard for about a 2-yard gain to the 42-yard line. Good lead block there from Isaac Meyer. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 here for the Knights. Parker Fryer in on the stop there for the Red Raiders. 13:31 left to go in the third quarter. Twins right, a give to Hebler again, and he will dive ahead. Tripped up by Northwestern's, I want to say Brett Mosier got in on that, but it is short of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 at the 48-yard line. Northwestern love to get a 3rd down stop here. Hebler back to pass, looking across the middle. Flushed out of the pocket, he'll take it himself and dive ahead. He'll get the first down. The line judge on this side, though, is looking as if he is short of the line to gain. And it is short of the 50-yard line. They're going to have to measure this one.
No, I don't think they're even going to measure.
No, they're definitely short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and very short. So the Knights hoping to get a 4th down conversion here and keep their offensive series alive. Play clock down to 6. Gives it to Hebler, and he will dive ahead. He'll get the first down.
Man, how about that offensive line? They have just been clearing out the Northwestern defensive line right now and making holes for Hebler.
It looked as if Northwestern had a guy in position to make the tackle, and Hebler just kind of dove across the line and just to more or less avoid the loss.
Yep, goal line type jump.
1st and 10 now at the Northwestern 49-yard line. Here's a give. Nope. Went to the wrong side. Hebler is on his own, and he will be drugged down out of bounds for a very short gain.
Yeah, Bundelow turned to his left, and Hebler went to his right, and there was nobody there. And you could see Bundelow was like, oh, boy.
So I guess it's me then.
Yeah, so we're doing this. Now he's got a little bit of a limp, trying to stay off his left leg as much as he can. Probably a handoff here.
Twin receivers right.
Nope.
Drops back to pass, a little under screen, and he's got him open. And he is off to the races down the left sideline, and he's finally going to be drug out of bounds by Noah Van Hoff just inside the 10-yard line. We've seen that receiver before in Ben Stevens on a little bit of an under route, as he was the wide receiver. The slot receiver moved to the outside, and he just went right underneath him, got the quick pass underneath, and ran up the sideline. Great blocks for him as he brought down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal at the 10 for the Knights. Double tight formation, twin receivers to the right side here for Bundelow. Here's the give again to Hebler, and he is going to take it into the end zone, as there was no one there but Noah Van Hoff, way too late to make the tackle, and that will be another Marian touchdown. Close the gap here to 19-16 the score. Peterbaugh to attempt the extra point. This kick is up and good. And so the score now 19-17. Still in favor of Northwestern. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to the Red Raider football at DeValois Stadium. Northwestern still leading 19-17 with 10:16 left to go in the third quarter. Red Raider Athletics would like to thank the following businesses and families who have helped to make it possible for the Raiders to host this national playoff game. I've mentioned the platinum, gold, and silver sponsors previously. Here's your gold sponsors for this afternoon. C&H Body Repair and Aaron Huizinga, Arlen and Marlon Dreyer, Tyler Meekma from Farm Bureau Insurance of Lamar's, People's Bank, Stangy Chiropractic, Paul and Andrea Van Ginkel. Our ticket sponsors include John and Lori Emels, Bob and Mary Borchter, Shirley Fernstrom, Hampton Inn of Orange City, Highway Chevrolet and Buick, Harold and Jill Hoftizer, Jerry and Connie Cruz, Stan and Lim of Persum, Deb Wasink, and Doug Buchelman. Tanner Scouten with the return up to the 13-yard line. And so Northwestern will take over 1st and 10 with 10:10 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, Marian did exactly what they needed to do, going with the wind in this third quarter, scoring, make it a one-score game. So now Northwestern really could only manage a field goal in the first quarter when they were going against the wind. Probably going to have to do better than that this quarter.
High snap to Koima. He goes across the middle to Mosier, and he's drugged down right after the catch. We've seen that on a number of 1st and 10 plays here for Northwestern. 14-yard gain up to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, there's something about the middle of the field that Coach Josh Davis really likes right now. We haven't been able to do much on the outside, but the middle of the field, either a quarterback draw or a wide receiver coming across the middle, has been pretty good money right now.
So 1st and 10 after the first down reception by Cade Mosier at the 34-yard line. Koima will send out twin receivers to the right side, trips to the right side. Time in the pocket, now flushed out. Ball comes loose, and Jack Johnson will jump on that for the Red Raiders. Koima flushed out of the pocket, looked as if he was going to run with it.
The ruling on the field was in the fumble. The Northwestern player had possession of the ball and he was down. 2nd down.
So the fumble was the result of the play. Jack Johnson able to recover that for a loss of about 7 yards back to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Marian ended up with the ball, but just like the umpire or the head official did a good job of just explaining, as soon as we possess it and we're on the ground, the ball's dead. We're down. So despite the fact that Marian jumped on after and took the ball away, we're down as soon as we're on the ground.
Twin receivers left and right for Koima. Still in the pocket, flushed out, and he'll be sacked as it gets around the ankles there as linebacker number 33, Tyler Bacure.
Just a split second too long. Koima was having ideas of getting out of the pocket and taking off, but just held it for a split second too long and got wrapped up around the legs.
So 3rd and 21 now at the 23-yard line, and I got to give it to Koima for somebody that likes to run. He's being really patient in the pocket, and there's 2 cases there for which he's maybe just a little bit too patient, given the Knight defense just enough time to trip him up. Trips to the left side now for Koima. Twins to the right. Again in the pocket, flushed out right side, chased out to the sideline, and he will go out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
Yep, just take the medicine right there.
Close.
Koima didn't try to force it to try to get the first down. He knew he was a long ways away. Just ran out of bounds, punt it, and not impressive drive for Northwestern there.
And Jaden Snyder here had 1 punt in the first half that was good for maybe 20 yards of field position change, and hopefully he can get a little better foot on the ball here. This one low end over end, and it will come down at about the 50-yard line. Northwestern will cover. And in a tough punt into the wind. I want to say it was better than the last one, but not by much.
Yeah, it's tough sledding out there. Jaden's a guy who likes to punt it high. He's got a really powerful leg, so he can hit it high. Unfortunately, today with the wind blowing the way that it is, high is not the way to go when you're heading into the wind. So went with a low punt and just didn't get the bounce that Northwestern was looking for.
Bundalo now will send out twin receivers to the other side. Different running back in here is going to give it to number 29. That looks like a William Gibson. Will get the carry straight ahead for about 3 yards to the 48-yard line of Northwestern.
And Hubler's standing on the sideline just right near the offensive coordinator, so we know that he's good to go, just giving him a little breather, which the work he's put in so far today.
He's had 28 carries so far.
That's pretty good.
Here's another give to Gibson. He finds room around the right side, and Van Hoff has to come from the backside safety spot to make the tackle after about 9 yards and a gain of the first down. They'll spot that at the 38-yard line.
They're just killing us in the run game, just leaning heavy on us, and that's been their offense. Every time they move the ball, it's because of the run game, and why would you go away from it?
Double tight formation, another give. This time, Brett Mosier able to wrap him up. Tanner Olson came from the backside to make the tackle, just a 2-yard gain, this time to the 36-yard line. And Gibson again with the carry. And so 2nd and 8 now. 6:15 left to go here in the third quarter. And from Northwestern's point of view, the good thing about this is the running plays are running this clock down relatively quickly while Marian has the wind at their back. Now Bundalo
Fumble.
tries to get rid of the ball.
I think it's a fumble. Oh, they're calling it incomplete. Oh, man. I mean,
Bundalo is all wrapped up, and if you want to call that a pass, I guess you can call it a pass.
Yep. You know, the white hat. At this level, we don't have the benefit of going to a replay.
No.
You know, in big-time college football, that's going to a replay, and then we're finding out if he's got an empty hand or not.
Well, he had an empty hand is what would be my point, is the ball was out of his hand. He just more or less just batted it forward with his throwing arm. So he had forward movement of his arm, but he didn't have a ball in his hand.
Right.
Twin receivers to the right side. Bundalo looking to pass, goes out to the outside, and it's tipped. Brett Mosier with another huge play. Hebler came out of the backfield. Came out of the backfield.
Yeah, this is the right call. I mean, that's what Northwestern needs to do on the passing plays, because they're getting dominated in the run game. You know, Marian, I'm not sure if they've had 3 negative rush plays in a row or 3 rush plays in a row that have gone for less than 10. But really helped Northwestern out there with consecutive pass plays that almost a sack on and a pass broken up.
5:51 left to go here now in the third quarter. Here's the snap. The kick will be received at the 10-yard line. Schaefer will step up to make the catch. And so it'll be 1st and 10, just shy of the 11-yard line now for the Red Raiders. Tough sledding on their first offensive possession. With was that 2 sacks? 2 sacks on that possession.
Yeah.
And
a fumble.
A
sack fumble.
Yep, a sack fumble and then a real sack. And need to do a little bit better here on this possession, get themselves a little bit better field position. Wide twin right, Zutenhorst in motion. Now he sets up over left tackle. Here's the give to McQuillan. He tries to make some room and
he evades a couple.
Tackles for sure. Bowls himself through up to the 15-yard line. 4-yard carry for McQuillan. Powered himself through 1 tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 6 now. Ball spotted right at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Marian had a couple guys going for high tackles, and he just did a good job of keeping his legs moving through them, and got positive yards when it looked like there wasn't going to be much. Some press coverage out here on Mosier.
Twin receivers right, Mosier split out to the left side. And the give to McQuillan has sniffed out well by the safety, number 5, Sergion Dance, the linebacker, 5'11", 220-pound junior from Indianapolis, was right there, almost could have taken the handoff himself. A loss on the play brings up 3rd and 9. So 3rd and 9 for the Red Raiders. Trips to the right side. McQuillan in the backfield with Koima. Dropping back to pass. He's got Anderson out at the 22. Throws it low, and it'll be incomplete. Good coverage there by the defensive back, T.Y. Thomas, to make the stop. And Northwestern will have to punt practically out of their end zone.
Yeah, and for Marian, obviously that's a big-time win. You know, you take the field position, play the field position game when that punt in their last drive, and the defense holds up their end.
So Jaden Snyder to punt here for the Red Raiders. Gets this one off. It'll be fair caught at about the 38-yard line, and so possession after possession. Marian winning the field position game right now. The score 19-17 with 4:15 left to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Knights at the Red Raider 38-yard line.
Northwestern's got to make some sort of adjustment against the run game.
Hebler back into the running back spot here Bundalo and the shotgun. Double tight formation again, twin receivers to the left side. High snap, give to Hebler, and he tries to cut back, but Northwestern Van Hoff is there for just a 4-yard gain to the 34-yard line.
That's how you know it's going good, when it's just a 4-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hebler has been, as you said, has carried the weight here for the Knights this afternoon. I will say Northwestern's done a good job of not overcommitting to that run, making the stops when they need to for the most part, but they overcommit, and now that opens up the pass game. Here's the give to Hebler again. He'll dive ahead for another 3 to 4 yards. Just outside the 30. So it'll bring up 3rd and 3.
And they're definitely in 4-down territory until they can get within field goal range, which I wasn't able to see their kicker in pregame to know what that range looks like. With the wind the way that it is, it's got to be, maybe one more first down. So
3rd and 3, another give to Hebler. He tries to cut back, but Northwestern's right there, coming in off of the defensive line spot. Gramstad swims underneath and makes the tackle on Hebler as he looked to go outside the right tackle, makes it 4th and 5.
Yeah, they did a little bit of a twist on the D-line, and the O-lineman couldn't stay with them or didn't trade off, and right in the backfield. Great job by Northwestern.
So 4th down territory here for the Knights. Hebler back in will back up right next to Bundalo. Twin receivers to the left side, looking to pass. He's going to the end zone, and he's got a man open, and he cannot hang on to it.
That was a touchdown.
That was a touchdown there intended to Ben Stevens. Had Liam Stubby beat by a couple of yards.
I think
the back of the end zone, and he can't come down with it for the touchdown.
While the ball was in the air, Northwestern on both sides, everybody on the campus stopped breathing. It was kind of like, I don't know if they were inhaling, but they stopped breathing, and then
it was a gasp.
Yeah.
You could hear the gasp.
Well, and the Marian people are like, oh, my goodness. And the Northwestern people are like, thank goodness. It was unbelievable.
That did get quiet here. His ball, really nicely thrown ball again.
It was a touchdown
looking like throw. McQuillan in the backfield next to Koima. Trips to the right side. Quick pass out here to Mosier, but they've snuffed this out.
Incomplete. Nope, they're calling it a fumble.
Never had possession.
He hasn't given the signal for fumble. He is marking where the ball is. Hasn't put up second down. Hasn't given the fumble sign.
The ruling on the field was a completed pass. Then there was a fumble recovered by Marian. 1st and 10 Marian.
So the quick pass out there to Cade Mosier was fumbled.
This is one of those instances, too, just like last time, where if we had replay, we'd go to the replay and find out if he caught it or not. But Northwestern really having to fight it right here, and they have a 2-point lead. So, you can't lose your focus, lose your mind. That's something that you can't control. You just got to keep getting after it. And I have no doubt Coach McCarty and Coach Kurtz are going to get those guys in the right mindset.
Hebler in the backfield next to Bundalo. Low snap, give to Bundalo and to Hebler, and he will take it ahead off the left edge, tackled by Northwestern's number 43, Parker Fryer. 2 yards gain there by Hebler, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Well, what I want to say about that offensive play is that in the first half, that was good as a running play.
Every time.
And Marian they had that snuffed out, just waiting for that play to happen to break it up just the way that they did. So some halftime adjustments there on that particular formation. Here's the pass underneath to Hebler. It'll be short of the first down and about a 5-yard gain to the 21-yard line.
Yep, 3rd and 3 or 4.
Lorenzo Jones making the tackle there, I think.
Probably in field goal range now. So Northwestern needs to hold here, 4 yards. Marian, a lot of options for 4-yard plays today.
1:05 left to go here in the third quarter. Mundelo making some low signals out to his receivers. He's going to drop back to pass. And they want to say a pass is complete over to the left flat, intended again. Ben Stevens with a nice grab at the 13, 14-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Yep, nice job there of getting himself open and connecting on the pass play.
Under 40 seconds left to go now here in the third quarter. Double tight formation. Here's the snap and the give to Hebler. He's tripped up at the 9-yard line. Parker Fryer making the tackle.
This just looks like easy 5 yards.
About a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock's still moving, and they've got about 5 seconds to get a playoff here to finish the third quarter. And that will be the end of it. That's the close of the third quarter. Northwestern leading 19-17. And after the turnover, the Knights of Marian University hoping to put some points on the board and take the lead. We'll be right back after another short break. You're watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com. Welcome back here to Devalloy Stadium. 15 more minutes of football this afternoon. Northwestern leading 19-17. But Marian is on the threshold here as they've brought the ball down to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Knights to get started here in the fourth quarter.
Talked to an independent review specialist, Dean, over the break, and apparently it did look like Mosier did catch the ball and fumble, so good job of the officials to get that right.
Got to step in there after the ball hit him and definitely brought the ball into possession. 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line, or 9, I should say. Bundalo now gives it to Hebler, and Northwestern is going to close up on that quickly for a 1-yard loss, if not 2.
Yep.
They'll spot that just outside the 10-yard line, at the 11 maybe.
Yep, they're putting it at the 11. So 6 to go.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Knights.
Well, like Lonnie said, it's a big 3rd down.
I think that they're 2 for 10 here on this, and here's the give to Hebler on the under route.
No, that's a wide receiver.
Oh, sorry, that was
Johnny
number
Willem.
4. Johnny Willem with the reception. I just saw the 4 on the back, not the 2.
Yeah.
Great stop there by Tanner Olson. Makes it 4th and 3, and so the Knights are in to attempt a 25-yard field goal. So Peterbaugh from 25 yards out. A very high kick, and it is good.
The fans over here think they got a good angle on it.
The official standing just below the uprights count it good. Everybody here in Northwestern stands thinks that it was wide right. But the Knights take the lead, 20-19 here with 13:41 left to go. Took great advantage of the wind at their back in the third quarter and keeping the ball in their hands with a turnover there on a fumble after the catch by Cade Mosier. keeping them in position for a score. Northwestern not able to do much offensively at all in the third quarter.
2 3-and-outs and a fumble.
And hopefully things better turning here in the fourth quarter. Back to return for Northwestern is Cole Telford and Tanner Scouten.
Set to kick off for Marian, number 95, Gage Peterball.
Pretty steady wind here, still from the northwest. Beautiful day here in Orange City, nonetheless.
If it's like this on November 27th for the rest of my life, I'll be pretty happy.
And here comes Peterball's kick. Goes right to Cole Telford at the 8-yard lines. He'll take it straight ahead. And he is going to be wrapped up at the 20-yard line, as whatever seam he saw open there closed up way too quickly, and he'll be tackled for about an 11-yard return.
We got a flag there on the 35-yard line, so it must have been offsides for Marian.
Offsides on the kicking team, number 43.
Yeah, so let's do it over.
Only 5 yards from the previous spot where the ball was kicked and will re-kick.
Absolutely.
So you don't see the flag pulled on that very often on a kickoff or an offsides, although
He must have been significantly offside.
right, truly you typically see 2 of the 10 cover guys over the line before the kick, but this must have been pretty significant here for the flag to be thrown.
And that's good for Northwestern because they got to kick it into the wind again. And they started at the 20, and now they're lining up all the way to – they're moving forward to the 25, between the 25 and the 20. And Story's out there for Telford, who kind of limped off.
I will say Peterball had a great foot on the ball there. That was a really good kick into the wind.
Very good.
$13:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter. The score 20-19 in favor of the Knights from Marian University. Here's a high kick. It's going to be fair caught by Tanner Scouten at the 32-yard line. Really high. Wind pulled that one up. And so about a 12 yards gained on that second attempt.
Where are they going to put it at? Nobody's got it marked. 34, 30. Who's? There we go. All right. All these officials are running around and nobody's on the line.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders now with the wind at their back. 13:35 left to go in this contest. Twin receivers to the right side for Koima. I'm not sure what the white hat needed there.
Oh, he just wanted the play clock reset.
Story in motion on the right side. Low snap. Koima handles it, dumps it off to McQuillan, but it is snuffed out by the linebacker. And what would have been a nice screen to McQuillan is a loss of 3 yards back to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I think Koima's the drop on the snap really kind of messed up the timing there.
Well, it definitely didn't pull the linebackers back at all. They stayed home. Read the screen pretty well. Twin receivers to the right side now for Koima. Anderson, Mosier split out to Story split out to the left side. Here's the deep ball to Mosier at the 40, and he is going to come down with it and drug down at the 31-yard line.
Jeez.
Great coverage there by Trevor Adler, but right on the money. Cade Mosier comes down with another big pass play. Beautiful ball there thrown by Tyson Koima.
Yeah, great throw, but that catch was not easy because there was hands all around it, and he's running. Holy cow.
Trips to the left side. Give to McQuillan. Nothing doing to the left side, and he tries to cut back. No gain on the play. In his way was number 45, Shamar Smith, forcing the cutback. And they'll bring up 2nd and 10 now. Meyer and McQuillan in the backfield now for the Red Raiders. Split backfield with Koima. Now Meyer goes in motion left side. And now we're going to go to McQuillan on the right side. And he is wide open at the 10. Stays on his feet, diving ahead.
Oh, yeah!
Touchdown!
Wow. Oh, they're calling him out at the 7. Oh, man.
Great run there by Connor McQuillan to keep the ball alive, but...
And we got somebody down for Marian, and their players are waving on the trainers pretty frantically. So I don't know. He must Man, that was a great run.
Great run there by Connor McQuillan, but it looks as if this could be a pretty significant injury here for Marian.
He did roll over, so I think it's some sort of concussion type deal.
Well, let's take a quick break for this injury timeout. We'll be back with some more Northwestern football. You're watching on NWCRaiders.com. Christopher Oakley is up on his feet and heading back to his sideline there for Marian University.
Hey, I like to see that he's up. One of the few seniors on the squad.
So wait for the athletic training staff to clear the field. Northwestern now with a first down, 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. 11:42 left to go here.
Are we standing in the box? Are we to that point yet, Dean?
We are. I'm standing up.
All right.
It's the only way I can see it that far away from me.
We're doing it.
Single receivers isolated out to the left side. That's Cade Mosier. And Koima will take it himself, looking for a seam up the middle, up the right side, and he'll get down to the 2-yard line before he's tackled by number 33, Tyler Bucher. I thought for sure they'd go with an isolated play over there to Cade Mosier. Had half the field to work with.
Well, we've seen him do that a lot too, just running away. But a lot of times when they do it, they're going to the left because that's an easier throw for Koima to make quickly. Mm-hmm. So now that they're on the right hash, that's more of an option.
Zutenhorst and Story split out to the left side. Now Zutenhorst comes inside, and Koima looking for a room. He'll take it himself, dives ahead.
Oh, they're going to call him down at the half.
They'll say that his knee was down before he leaned over the goal line.
Okay.
So inside the 1.
Here come the Hog Mollies.
And so Koima will get a positive gain on the play. 3rd and 1 to go here.
Gosh, this is a tough call. This is a tough call. Probably go for it twice.
Logan Meyer in the Wildcat. Koima split out right side, and Meyer will take it himself for his 2nd touchdown of the day. And Raiders put another 6 on the board and take the lead, 25-20 now the score.
I like this call to go for 2 here. You're probably not giving up 2 field goals with the wind blowing into the face. So go ahead and go for 2 to try to get that 7-point lead to ensure that you're still in the game, even if you give up a touchdown. I like that. It's been hard sledding moving the ball against the wind, too. Same formation. Oh, no. Meyer's still back there, though.
Koima, Meyer in the backfield. Look for the lead block from Meyer. Marian with about all 11 in the box. Koima with a quick dump across the middle and just over the top. Had to get rid of it really quickly. Had Michael Story there who can usually climb the ladder, but this time not able to come down with it. And so Northwestern will keep the 5-point lead, 25-20, And we'll see if they can pin Marian deep on the kickoff. We'll be right back.
We're Raiders, and Raiders stand out. We lead and serve. We're smart and strong, courageous and faithful. We achieve not for ourselves, but because excellence honors God and serves others. We're equipped for our careers, for God's call on our lives, for success, for significance. Because we're Raiders, and Raiders stand out.
Welcome back here to the campus of Northwestern College. Northwestern leading 25-20 after a 1-yard run by Logan Meyer. Capping off a 70-yard drive. Here's the kick by Stater. It'll be low at the 10-yard line, bounces right into the hand of the returner. And he's got room around the right side and a big seam. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Gibson on the return. I want to say Nate Rice there in on the tackle.
Yeah.
And so Marian makes up for it. Comes back with a nice return to the 46-yard line. Better field position than Northwestern ever had from that side of the field in the third quarter. And I'm betting that Hubler is going to get a couple touches here in this possession. Twin receivers left. Here's a give to Hubler again, wrapped up. Brett Mosier, no. Hubler with a 1-yard gain. TJ Jones with the stop, wearing number 22 today.
Brandon Smith.
Brandon Smith. Shout out to Brandon Smith. He bends but don't break. 2nd and 10 at the 46. Twins left and right for Bundalo. Looking to pass across the middle. He's got a receiver and not caught. Incomplete to Johnny William. Came in on a shallow post and could not handle the ball. Pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10 now for the Knights.
Yeah, the Marian receivers have had a tough time catching the ball. Pretty good throw there, right where he needed to put it. But, yeah, unfortunately for the Knights, just couldn't reel it in.
3rd and 10 at the 46. Northwestern bringing pressure. Swung underneath. Jason Rankin
Oh, man, I thought he was going to
hurries
pick
the
it up.
throw. Gramstad gets his hands up and breaks the ball up. A pass intended there for Johnny William. I thought Jason Rankin was going to get the sack.
Well, you could see how uncomfortable Bundalo is at moving. He kind of almost just gave himself up and turned into a turtle and just kind of let Rankin get him. But then Rankin just couldn't quite get there, and Bundalo took a couple steps, had to try to make a throw on the run, and, man, that was a big 3-and-out.
It was a catchable ball. I'll give him that. Good job by Gramstad to break that one up. Low punt here will go in Marian's way, rolling down to the 20-yard line. Ty Schaefer there back for the return. And so Northwestern will have 80 yards to cover here and try to build on their 5-point lead with 9:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Did you know?
What's that?
21 Northwestern athletes earned NAIA All-American honors in the last 2 years. Raiders stand out.
That's a pretty significant number.
It's a win-win.
That's big time.
Trips to the right side here for Koima. We've seen that jailbreak play a number of times out of that formation. This time Koima's going to take it himself, weaves his way ahead, but tackled for just a 1 or 2 yards gained.
They gave him 2.
Must have got a good lean after the contact. So 2nd and 8 at the 22. And Koima will send out Mosier Flores out to the right side. Michael Story split out to the left. Here's the dump across the middle. Tipped, but Cade Mosier comes up with it anyway. 15-yard gain down to the 36-yard line.
I mean, I know that we've talked about it quite a few times, but I'm not a fan of this new arm angle that Koima's throwing from. Like, speed, release quickness is almost like become the most important thing to him. And that ball was tipped at the line, which we used to rarely see from him. But he threw it hard enough, it got there still, despite the tip.
Great job by Cade Mosier to come down with that one. Twin receivers to the right side. Again, Story split out wide left. McQuillan in the backfield. Here's the quick pass. Again, sniffed out. Flores, the recipient, at the 34-yard line. But Trevor Adler was right there to make the tackle. And it'll be a loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12 now at the 34. That was almost an interception opportunity.
That would have been pick 6.
I was say Flores looked a little surprised that the ball was even coming his way, as if Koima, I didn't feel like Koima had the pressure that would make him check down to that if he was not the primary receiver. Trips to the left side. Mosier going deep. And he's got him at the 37, but just off the fingertips, and that pass is incomplete. I'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Raiders.
Yeah, just overthrown. He got his one hand to it, but not enough that he even really had a chance to make that catch. Big time 3rd down right here. Championship level 3rd down right here.
McQuillan brings the play in from the sideline. Mosier still in there, despite running 100 yards there, 50 down, 50 back. Trips to the left side in Story, Flores, and Anderson. Koima flushed out. He's going to have to get rid of this one. He gets outside the pocket and just throws it out of bounds. He is leveled into the sideline. Northwestern faithful want the flag, but truth be told there, he was well wrapped up before he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, that was a well-timed blitz by the Knights. Right up the gut to force Koima out of the pocket right away, and then another guy beat the offensive line, and really not much Northwestern could do with that blitz.
So 4th and 12, Jaden Snyder now with the wind at his back to punt. Low snap. Just gets that one off, but a boomer down inside of the 15-yard line. And he is knocked out of bounds at the 25. Back to return was Jalen Jennings. And a great kick there by Jaden Gramstad.
we got a yellow piece of, I don't know what that is, paper or something floating down the field, but
no flag.
It's not a flag, just a piece of paper, and Eli Irwin on special teams picks it up. All right, 6:51 left. Can't give up a touchdown.
6:51, Northwestern leading 25-20. Bundalo back in the shotgun. Twin receivers tight end to the left side. Drop back to pass. He's going to have to heave it out of bounds. As Northwestern had pressure, Jessen Ranking on the twist.
Yeah, Gramstad was on a blitz as well. And thankfully Rankin got through and pushed Bundalo to his right because the receiver that Gramstad was over was wide open across the middle of the field.
So no completion there. 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line. Here's a give to Hebler. He's found a seam and just tripped up short of the end of the chains. Tanner Olson gets just a thread of Hebler's jersey to drag him down, making it 3rd and 1 at the 36.
Another nice run.
Another big run by Hebler there, who's got 148 yards on the day. Here's a give to Hebler. Northwestern's right there.
Yeah, that's a big time tackle for loss. Make it 4th and 2. They have to punt, right? They can't give the Northwestern the ball back right there.
And they are. It looks as if they're bringing the punt team out.
Yeah, they have to. They still have all 3 timeouts. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Just be aware of a fake to an up guy, one of the personal protectors.
Schaefer back at the 35. Low punt, end over end, right towards the sideline, and it will bounce down to the 30. And so Northwestern, with 5:23 left to go here in this fourth quarter, leading 25-20.
Okay, what have we seen so far? What's Northwestern's game plan here? Passing really hasn't been that good this half. Probably got to start off with a pretty conservative run, see if we can pick up some positive yards. Or are you thinking something different?
Well, it seems that they've tried to use that little trips jailbreak as a running play, which has been ineffective here in the second half. But the running plays have been so slow to develop for McQuillan. He has not had anything gains that he had previously. But they're going to go right to Koima, and he gets open, an 11-yard scamper up to the 41-yard line.
A little QB keeper.
He does that little pump fake to the right side towards the trip so well that gives McQuillan time to open something up on the left side there, running lane for Koima, and a nice first down.
Now Northwestern going to make sure and take their time.
Yeah, clock running under 5 minutes now. Control the ball, control the clock. And now Koima again on a keeper, flushed out right side. It's a race to the sideline, and he's going to be tackled for a 4-yard loss back at the 37.
Now he's hurt. He needs to get up.
Taken down hard, Tyson Koima with a loss of 3 yards. They'll spot it at the 38-yard line.
It wouldn't be the worst here to let the play clock run down to 1 and call a timeout. Give Koima another minute because they're probably going to have to pass here at some point with being behind the chains. You hate to use a timeout, though. So you got to know your competitor, I guess.
So twins to the left side in Schaefer and Flores. Story split out right, along with Mosier in the slot.
Got a false start.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a false start here called against Northwestern. Sevier with the false start penalty brings the ball back to the 33-yard line. Mosier saw something there. He wanted the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, 2nd 18. This is
3:53 left to go. Clock is running. Twin receivers left and right for Koima. McQuillan in the backfield. A lot of movement by the Knights on the defensive line. They bring 6. Here's the dump off to Mosier, and he throws it quickly.
Koima's shoulder is hurting him.
Holding his right shoulder.
He is in pain. He made that throw and just immediately grabbed his right shoulder. And you can see he's kind of ginger with his arm right now. I'm trying to see if we got any quarterbacks playing catch or anything down here. Doesn't look like it yet.
And Blake Fryer led Northwestern first 8 games as a starter.
It's got to be a draw or I be shocked if they throw it.
Trips to the right side for Koima. He's going to dump it off to McQuillan underneath. He's got some lead blockers, cuts it up inside the middle, and he is going to be tackled at the 45, 46-yard line.
Yep.
It'll be short of the line to gain. My eyes are on Koima as he's slowly walking back to the sideline here, holding his head low and his right arm just kind of hanging off the shoulder.
Well, they're Northwestern's going to punt, right?
Right, yeah. That was. I don't think that was in question. I just kind of just evaluating the posture there of Koima. He's disappointed in that series for sure.
Well, big punt by Snyder. They had a chance at a block last. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful punt there by Snyder, and it is caught at the 8-yard line. As you were saying earlier, he likes to punt him high, and he did so there.
Yeah, just let the wind blow it, get your defense down there, and got the fair catch at the 9. All right, Dean, 2:34 to go, stand-up time.
25-20 the score, Northwestern leading with 2:34 left to go. So far this afternoon, the Knights have not been effective in the air with 118 passing yards. 8 for 19 with 1 interception. Bundelow is going to go into the shotgun. Of course, he has got Hebler at his left shoulder. Drops back to pass. Flushed out, and he's going to go throw it out of bounds. Jessen Rankin there brings him down.
He's done a great job every single pass play of being able to get in there. If he's not in there, it's Mosier. I mean, one of those two guys seems to be in Bundelow's face every single time he throws.
Just a couple seconds come off the clock there. 2:28 left to go now. Twin receivers to the right side. Bundelow drops back with Hebler. Twins left and right, dropping back to pass. Hebler comes out of the formation, and he drops across the middle, and it is completed at the 25-yard line. Good enough for a first down. Great coverage.
Yeah, right.
But couldn't strip the ball.
Yep, right when he caught it, William got tackled. A nice pickup there by the Knights. Second down.
2:10 left to go now. Tight trips to the right side. Bundelow rolls out right side. Ball is tipped by Ranking. Jessen Ranking
Have a game, huh?
knocks that one down. Rankin's a pre-physical therapy exercise science student. You know that 100% of Northwestern students who have applied to PT school in the past 5 years have been accepted?
I didn't know that.
Raiders stand out. It gives
Holy
great
cow.
news the other day. Brianna Giordano recently accepted again. Keep winning there. Northwestern defending a 2nd and 10 situation at the 26-yard line. Bundelow drops back to pass. Hebler comes out, but no, he's going to go deep. Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, Lorenzo was going for the ball. There was a little bit of contact before the ball got there, but if you're going for the ball, it's all right.
Stevens, the intended receiver, brings up 3rd and 10 now. Under 2 minutes left to go. Clock stopped at 1:58.
You can hear the fans saying, "Go get him." They know that he's going to be in the backfield, in the pocket. Just got to get in there.
But they've got a weapon there in Hebler. They dump it off to him. You know he can make something happen. Twin receivers left and right. Hebler looks to the left. He's flushed out. He's going to throw it.
Yeah, Bundelow was looking for Hebler.
Looking for Hebler on the backside. Parker Fryer's scouting him out. And that will be an incomplete pass. And now with 1:52 left to go, this is a 4th down situation for sure here for Marian, just trying to keep possession.
With 3 timeouts, I might be willing to punt it here.
Trips to the right side here for Bundelow. Drops back, rolls back to pass. He's going to go across the middle, and he's got a man completed at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Gramstad tripped. He tripped and couldn't get back. You could see him stumbling to try to get his feet, but wide open.
42-yard line, excuse me. 1st and 10 now for the Knights. And Bundalo will send out twin receivers left and right. Across the middle. Jaden Snyder comes over the top. Randy Mosses on Johnny William and comes up with the ball. His 7th interception on the season.
Nice.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders at the 32. He just came right over the top and grabbed that ball right out of the hands of William.
That's nice. That seems like a good play. But they do have 3 timeouts still, so
1:24 left to go.
it does swing the increases the win probability, but doesn't guarantee it yet. Gramstad going back to quarterback. Koima split out wide right.
It's Logan Meyer in the backfield. Here's the drop, and he gives it to him, still on his feet, and he will bowl his way ahead for about 7 yards to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Logan Meyer, that's what I meant. Straight Wildcat right there.
Forcing the Knights to take their first time out of the afternoon. With 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go, Northwestern can kind of dictate here what's going to happen. They put the ball.
They need 1 first down. If we can do that, keep it on the ground, get a first down. Then the game's yours.
1:17 left to go. So far on the afternoon, Northwestern with 321 yards on 56 plays. Marian with 319 yards on 72 plays. And so it'll be 2nd and 3 coming out of the timeout at the 39-yard line. Again, Tyson Koima split out wide to the right side. Here's the give to Logan Meyer again, and he will push his way forward after the contact for another first down.
All right, so then they'll take a timeout. Then we'll kneel it, and they'll take a timeout. Then we'll kneel it, and they can't. And we'll kneel it, and it's over.
So 1:07 left on the clock. Timeout called here by the Knights. We'll take a quick break and be right back with some more Red Raider football. Want to make a quick shout out here to our sponsors this afternoon, making it possible for Northwestern to host in this second round FCS game. Platinum sponsors include Pizza Ranch Corporate, Van Engelen Hoven Agency. Gold sponsors are American State Bank, City of Orange City, Den Hartog Industries, Four-Way Contracting, Iowa State Bank, Orange City Area Sports Medicine, and the Raiders Athletic Association. Tyson Koima will go under center here, and as you said, take a knee to get the clock moving and force the Knights.
I think they're just going to let her go. Or maybe do it on 3rd down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when they do it.
Clock will move here at 50. We're at 52 seconds. At 25 on the play clock, so we'll get down to about 25 seconds.
Just a reminder, football fans, immediately following the game, please remain in your seats for a short
Before we snap the ball here for 2nd down. Silver sponsors this afternoon include DeYoung Chiropractic, Jansen Financial Services of Paul and Austin Jansen, Northwestern Bank, Orange City Sanitation, Premier Communications, and Skelling Construction, and Dan and Cheryl Tracy. And the Knights of Marian are going to not call their third timeout this afternoon, and that'll be the end of the contest as Northwestern will come out victorious this afternoon, 25-20 on this second-round FCS championship game. We'll take a quick break and bring you the official stats here shortly. You've been watching Northwestern football on NWCRaiders.com.
Raiders stand out. Our teams hold 9 national championships, and Raider athletes competed at nationals in 8 sports last year. Northwestern College, athletic powerhouse. We own that.
And this. Our academic performance is powerful too. Our student scores are among the best in the nation for accounting, actuarial science, nursing, and pre-med. You want both smart and strong? You belong at Northwestern College.
It's a win-win.
The final score this afternoon, 25-20. And we'll wait here at midfield as we do for these FCS football games. We're recognizing the Champions of Character Award for each team, and the offensive and defensive players of the game will be announced shortly at midfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, at midfield, presenting awards this afternoon, Josh Anderson, our NAIA game committee man, present here today. Each year,
Josh Anderson from Dakota State University, and the Vice President for Athletics for Northwestern College, Micah Parker, at midfield. And the Champion of Character player from Marian University is Johnny William, the 5'11", 180-pound senior from Indianapolis, Indiana. Played quite a game this afternoon. And for Northwestern is number 83, Cannon Flores, the senior from Gretna, Nebraska, is the Champions of Character student for Northwestern. So head coach Matt McCarty to present the offensive player of the game. And Cade Mosier earns, the offensive player of the game.
and the defensive player of the game is Brett Moser.
And his brother Brett Mosier earning the defensive player of the game. Cade Mosier with 9 receptions for 164 yards, averaging 8.2 per catch this afternoon with 1 touchdown, his longest for 38. And Brett Mosier had 7 total tackles, 2 for a loss, 2 huge sacks for a loss of 19 yards, earning that honor also this afternoon. 25-20 is the final score. We'll be right back with the official stats of the game. Welcome back here. The final score 25-20. Here's how the scoring went this afternoon. Marian with their first score on the board to cap off a 11-play, 49-yard drive. Gage Puderbaugh put up a 19-yard field goal to put the Knights up 3-0, but Northwestern answered on a 5-yard run from Logan Meyer to cap off a 6-play, 41-yard drive to put Northwestern up 6-3. The extra point was no good. Baron Hebler then rushed from 1 yard out with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and the extra point good to put Marian up 10-6.